Violence are often heard, but victims aren't. It is known, but the deepest are casted into the shadows of fear, trauma, and helplessness. We, as women, deserve the right to speak up. Why is it that our society neglects the voices of women? Is it because we are not strong enough? Today, I stand with all women to louden their voices. I can no longer bear to express my frustration seeing this reality in the cruel world. Globally, an estimated 736 million women have experienced physical and/or sexual intimate partner or non-partner sexual violence in their lifetime. This is according to the latest Gender-Based Violence Statistics 2023. Most violence against women are perpetrated by their current or former partners. This means that women may be at greater risk in their own homes and in relationships than they are out in public. Have you ever wondered why victims remain silent? They are afraid of retaliation, judgments, punishments, and shame. They might think that nobody would believe them, while others would feel that they might not have a support to lean on. Justice is a need they cannot afford. The violence against women has tremendous costs to nations, societies, and communities. If left unaddressed, these human violations will pose serious consequences for present and future generations. It is not too late, but time is running out.
One of the laws that aims to protect the rights of every woman and their children that was implemented by the government is the Republic Act 9262, also known as the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act of 2004. Vow is defined as any act or a series of acts committed by any person against a woman who is his wife, former wife, or against a woman with whom the person has or had a sexual or dating relationship, or with whom he has a common child, or against her child, whether legitimate or illegitimate, with or without the family abode, which result in or is likely to result in physical, sexual, psychological harm, or suffering, or economic abuse, including threats of such acts, battery, assault, coercion, harassment, or arbitrary deprivation of liberty. Vow encompasses the following acts without limitation: physical injury to others or acts involving physical violence, sexual assault, or other acts of immoral behavior done against women or their offspring. Psychological violence, including any act or omission that result in or likely to result in the victim experiencing mental or emotional pain. Financial dependence on a woman is created or attempted to be created through economic abuse. Vow attacks women's personhood. It has an impact on women's mental and emotional well-being in particular, in addition to their physical and reproductive health. Women have experienced shame and a decline in self-esteem as a result. Women's personal safety is under danger. Vow restrict human advancement. It puts women's health in danger and limits their ability to contribute social advancement. The frequent absences brought on vow reduce the productivity of working women.
On the other hand, children also experience insidious forms of violence, exploitation, and abuse. It happens in every country and in places children should be most protected: their homes, schools, and online. They suffer abuse from their own parents, guardian, and even people in their surroundings, which can affect how they would become in the future. Children who experience abuse does not only receive physical pain like bruises, they also experience psychological pain that leads to anxiety, depression, or low self-esteem. By this means, they feel so worthless and it leads them to self-harm, criminal activity, alcohol, and drug use. If you think that children are important for the future, then ask yourself first, why does child abuse occur so frequently? Is it because there are abusive people that use children for their own benefit? Or there are people who knows that the child experienced abuse and doesn't do anything to help it? Some of them are just afraid to speak up, but there is an act which provides stronger deterrence and special protection against child abuse, exploitation, and discrimination, and for other purposes. This is the Republic Act number 7610, or also known as the Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. Every child has the right to live free from violence, exploitation, and abuse. Protecting children means protecting their physical, mental, and psychological needs to safeguard their future.
Furthermore, in order to protect the children's right, some of the laws was being carried out by the CRC government, such as the Republic Act 7610 or Child Protection, an act providing for stronger deterrence and special protection against the child abuse, exploitation, and discrimination, and for other purpose. Violence against children includes all forms of violence against people under 18 years old, whether perpetrated by the parents of other caregivers, peers, romantic partner, or strangers. It shall be the policy of the state to protect and rehabilitate children gravely threatened and engaged by the circumstances which affect or will affect their several and normal development and over which they have no control. The best interest of the children shall be the paramount consideration of all action concerning them, whether undertaken by the public or private, social welfare institution, court of law, administrative authorities, and the legislative bodies, consistent of the principle of the first call for children and the United Nations Convention of the Right of the Children. Aside from protection, this law also serve as the youth and children's welfare of their survival and development.